This is Dr. David Shine, and welcome to Business Law 101. A normal contract requires consideration. So you can't just say, I'll do something if I feel like it, and you'll do this, because you're such nice people. That's not going to be a binding contract because it lacks consideration. Now, notice that consideration is not always cash. It can be a legal detriment. So one of the examples I use in some of our classes is the pig farm example. And if you're in an area where there's a lot of pigs, and if you're growing up in a rural setting, you know that large groups of pigs smell bad. Their feces smell bad. It's a tough deal. And they're not very clean animals. And I know many of you have seen these little cute little pot-bellied pigs that are kept as house pets. Those are quite different than the standard barnyard animal, which is a huge animal. The males especially hundreds of pounds, and the females are also very large. And so, and they're cute as little piglets, but they're not cute as adults. But in any event, so suppose that you have a neighbor who sets up a pig farm next to your beautiful retirement home, and you don't realize it till you're sitting on your front porch enjoying Mother Nature, and a real ugly smell of Mother Nature floats over from your neighbor. So you go to your neighbor in a big panic and you say, hey, this is my retirement home. I'm going to be here on the weekends now, and then eventually I may be here full time. What on earth are you doing? The person said, well, I've got a little pig farm going here. So the person might say, well, hey, if I can get you to keep all of your pigs on the other side of your property and to have kind of a dead zone or grow crops in the area between my property and your situation with the pigs, then that will help me out. And by incurring that legal detriment, I agree to pay you for not having the pigs on my half, your half of the property that's closest to my property. So that's certainly something that you can incur because it is consideration, because someone is voluntarily agreeing to a legal detriment. Keep in mind that consideration, which is the subject of Chapter 15, is required under common law contracts. We're also going to talk about Uniform Commercial Code. Code contracts do not have the same terms as common law contracts. So we'll go back and forth. Primarily tonight, we will be talking about common law contracts, but from time to time, we will be dealing with code, and I'll point that out to you. And again, the distinction and differences when you're in a code situation versus a common law contract or case law as we see it. So keep in mind that consideration is not just the payment. It can also be your agreement to not do something. That's a legal detriment. This is Dr. David D. Shine for Business Law 101. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform.